My name is Endevar, and this is All Mods 10 to the sky. And last time we got this crazy mob farm built, and it's been going pretty crazy in between episodes, and I've had to upgrade quite a lot of this. You can see I've got 3 diamond upgrades in a lot of these. Almost 50,000 redstone in there, which is about as much as I've got from sieving, so this is absolute madness. 2,000 with the skeleton skulls, tons of the other mob heads. So yeah, I think it's safe to say this is going well. So when these spawners aren't active and I'm a bit further away, we get the normal mob spawning, so that's why we've got tons of the other stuff as well. Because I've been over there quite a bit doing a few other things. But I've also put this ad hoc network up here for E2, and I did this mainly so I could see what was in the armory cabinet. Because you need to use an external storage to be able to see what's in there. But I thought while I was doing that, I might as well link it up to this so I can, rather than going in these drawers, just look in here and get everything. So the reason I've done this is I want to upgrade my world with Apotheosis. And what do I mean by that? So what I'm going to do is press Ctrl and T, and it brings up this screen here. So at the moment we're in the Haven level of the world, but we want to upgrade it to Frontier. And we do that by equipping all of the things it says on there. So I've got most of them just from killing other mobs that have been spawning on my big platform, but all I need to do now is put some common boots on and I can upgrade it to the next level. So the reason we want to do that is it means we get mobs spawning with higher level gear, and they also drop higher level gems as well. So the gems that we've got, where are they, in here, these, a lot of them are chipped or cracked, and we have a few of the flawed, which is the rare level, but we can't get any higher than rare at the minute. So upgrading the world, we can get into the higher level ones. So that's what I want to do. So let's see if we can get some rare boots out of here. So unfortunately there's no way of ordering it by the level of them, so we just have to go through and look for the ones with the blue writing. So those ones there, that'll do. So we'll stick these on, and that should do it. So now if we go press Ctrl and T again, click on Frontier, we can activate that level. So if we now click on Detailed Info, this tells us the rarities of what we can get. So we now have a 5% chance of getting the normal / epic level of the gems, and also 1% chance of getting the epic armor as well. The monsters are slightly tougher because they all now have +4 armor, but I also get this stuff in the middle. So +35 experience and +20% luck. So that's pretty good. So now, to get into the next level, I need to equip these things. Actually, I did rare boots there, didn't I? That was completely wrong, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's common or above. Yeah, the rare is these. Yeah, so that I've already got that one ticked, so I've equipped rare boots. So I just need an uncommon weapon, but I also need to kill an invader as well. But I don't think the invaders spawn at this level, so I need to wait for them now. But I think they should now start spawning. So yeah, anyway, I can get the uncommon weapon, can't I? I should have something in there. Uncommon, that's that one, that'll do. Yeah, so that's the uncommon weapon done. So now I just need to kill an Apothec invader and I can upgrade to the next level. So let's leave that like that. And what I want to do today is to get the Netherite upgrade template. And for some reason, I don't have it up there, so let's just add this in. So there's a few ways of doing this. The one I've done before, I did this in All Mods 9 to the Sky, was the occultism ritual. But there is a much simpler way of doing it this time, and that is to use this new thing from Apotheosis. So we craft the smithing template, and then we can use that to craft into the Netherite upgrade smithing template. So for this, all we need is some basic stuff from Apotheosis. So it's just stone, gem fused slate, which is just deep slate around gem dust, and then the luminous crystal shard, which we get from grinding down any rare item. So we've got a few of those now, so we can get those, but we just need to get the gem dust. So what I like to do for that is just get the cracked ones, because we're never going to use these. Upgrading them is just not worth it, so I might as well get all the cracked ones and we'll turn these into gem dust. And if we need any more, we can just get the chipped ones, can't we? So where did I put that? Got quite a few here. Right, so the way we grind these down is using this thing called the Salvaging table. The problem is though, we need to get 2 of them before we can craft it. So the way we do that is just putting them down on the floor and dropping an anvil on it. And I think I've got an anvil up here, so let's do this. So let's just check this works as I thought I did. And if we just do that, we get gem dust. And we only get 1 from each one, so we just need to do 1 more, and then we can craft the thing that's going to make it much easier. So you go down there, you on there. Right, so we now have our 2 gem dust. So let's go get the table crafted, and then we can do it the easy way. Although I suppose I should show you what I've been doing between episodes as well, shouldn't I? So I've done a few little... Oh no, we've got someone to kill. Where are you? Where are you? They normally have like a highlight around them. Let's have spawned in there. Anyway, between episodes, what have we been doing? Well, you see the cable. I know this is going to get covered up. This is not how I want things to look. But I've been moving things around a little bit. So we did have a few block generation things going down here. I think we had the calcite there, the mud and dirt at this side, and then we also had the moss. But what I've done is I've moved this up to the top level, just above where my storage is now. I've put all that stuff up here. So I've got calcite, mud and dirt exactly as it was, and then I've got the moss down the end because that's a bit of a bigger setup. But I've also added in the ice. So for this, we've got a block of blue ice, which we got from trading with the Wandering Trader last time. And then we just need to waterlog an extractor on top of that, and that'll go into there. And I've got that into a compaction drawer, so that is compacting down into packed ice and blue ice. Right, oh, he did spawn in the mob farm, didn't he? That's really annoying, so I don't get that kill. I don't think. Or do I? Ooh, what happened there? Oh no, I haven't got my things on, have I? Right, that's not good. Right, hopefully night time they'll spawn out here. I might need to knock out a few torches, but anyway, they're probably going to keep spawning in the mob farm for now. Anyway, right, so we've got that done up here. We've got the ice coming in, and then I've also wired up this glass cable, getting ready to set up some AE2 stuff. So that goes all the way across the top of this house, and I am going to put some more blocks up here just to block it off a little bit. Well, then that goes down into the storage area, and then over at this side, I've also taken it down here, and this is probably going to be my main room for now. So all like my tinkering stuff, so everything I need to do like the basics, mechanism stuff there, and also I've got my inscribers over here, and I've been stocking up on both the things. So I've got a load of processors done now, and I've also done a load of the alloys and control circuits for mechanism as well. So I've got the power in here as well. That's just coming off another flux point, and then I'm going to put my slightly upgraded AE2 system down here, and I'll probably get around to that today, hopefully. And then that same cable goes past all the block generation up there, comes down into here, and then I'm going to put all the storage buses in here connected to that, and then they can go and I can access them from that side over there. Only other thing I've done is, if we have a look at the blackstone, that's going down a little bit now, because what I've decided to do, I've got rid of all the netherrack out of my sieving setup, and I've just put the blackstone in, because I had a theory, because it produces blackstone pebbles, I didn't think I'd need to generate the blackstone blocks, because I can basically compress them like they're doing here, and then they go into the storage drawers, and from there I'm exporting them with this one, just blackstone filtered on there, and that goes into here, and then they'll get hammered down again and sieved. So I've got these with 3 upgrades now, so this is going pretty quick, and they haven't gone down by much, to be honest, but it's definitely not enough to keep up. They will run out eventually, so I'm going to need to do something to generate blackstone, but not a lot. So as you saw there, I'm doing alright for the ancient debris now. This is just from sieving the blackstone, but this is part of what I want to do today, because I need to get the smithing template upgrades going. So let's come up here again, I can get these going. So we just need to put these in the crusher, don't we? So stick you in there, and then these go into an enrichment chamber, don't they? So let's push these to the left to get it going automatically. I need that as an input. There we go. So we'll get a ton of ancient debris out of that. Should probably put a chest for them somewhere, but that'll do. Right, anyway, let's get this salvaging table crafted, because I think that's everything I've done now. So let's get this crafted, and we can get the rest of these gems going. So I'll just stick these in here for now. And I want a salvaging table. Oh, where do I go there? So we need a smithing table first, and an iron pickaxe. That's not too much of a problem, is it? Let's do that and get this. So I'm going to put it through here, because this is where I'm going to be doing all of my stuff. So let's just put this over here, and then we can just put all of these cracks gems into here, and if you just click on this, it turns it into the gem dust. So let's grab that, all of you, and almost a stack. That's nice. So if we just put those in there, click that, and we now have the luminous crystal shard. So with that, if I've got any deep slate, which I'm not sure if I have, yes, I've got a little bit. So let's put the gem dust in there, and I think I get a few of these there. So let's just get one of those, and then now we should be able to craft this. So there we go. Smithing template, done. And we'll probably get a few of them, because I think we only need a netherite ingot for each one, don't we? So let's grab that, stick you in there, and you. And with this, I can now craft the smithing template. As easy as that, which is great. So I'll put all those in there, because I don't think I'm going to use these for anything. So we now have 4 netherite smithing templates. So we can obviously upgrade these the normal way, like we do in vanilla. So let's do that. I've got a ton of diamonds, so why not? Let's just get a few of these, double them up. Should we go for a stack? Let's do that. 1 or 2. We've got the diamonds, haven't we? Yeah, 20,000 diamonds. That's all right. Let's get a few. There we go. 2 stacks. That should do us for now. So what I want to do with these is upgrade the sieves initially. I think that's the best thing to do with it, isn't it? First off. So let's go grab our diamond sieves, and we need some netherite ingots as well, don't we? So let's grab those. I'll also need a smithing table as well, why? Oh, I definitely need to get some auto crafting done today as well. Right, so let's have you, and I will take this down actually, because I want to do it down here, because this is where they're going. Right, so if we take out all of these sieves, should probably start with the ones over here. Well, actually, no, the endstone is the one I want to do, because we get some better stuff from that. So if we have a look at the crushed endstone, sieving this, if we look, I'm currently doing diamonds, so we get the draconium dust, but we also get that with the netherite level, but we also get the skulk as well, the echo shards and the skulk shrieker. So we definitely want to get this one on the go. So let's take that out of there, and then we can upgrade you just as we would with armor. Grab that, and then we can stick that in there. Nice. And that is all of chapter 1 completed. That was the only thing I needed to do. Very happy about that. So let's have those. And what else we got? Okay, so I'll get all these upgraded, and then I think we need to do some wireless power, don't we? Because yeah, my jetpack keeps running out. I did have my free runners run out at one point, so wireless power definitely essential. So I'll get all these going, and we'll get on with it. Okay, so I got all those meshes upgraded to netherite, and those are now doing their thing. So I've got the echo shards coming in, because I put those into here. Bit of the skulk as well, and the diamonds will be coming in even faster now as well, because the rate on that one is much better. And yeah, same for everything else. It's going to be tons. So I'll probably need to upgrade the ore processing again, but we'll get to that eventually. Right, so next thing I want to do, take that out of there because I've done that. So what I want to do, as I said, let's not get distracted. I want to do the flux controller, and this will allow us to do wireless charging. So let's get some of those, and then next the flux controller. So we can put this anywhere, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to put it next to where I've got all the flux stuff so I know what's going on. So let's just stick that down here, and then we just need to select the network, which is this one. And if I go into, where is it, wireless charging, and I just need to select everything that I want to be charged. So I usually just take everything. Oh no, I can't do it with the main inventory, fair enough. I'm curious, do all that, and then enable wireless. So we should now see things getting charged. And I never get this right first time. Oh, I didn't apply. Right, I always go that wrong. Right, so enable, select everything, and then click apply. So now you can see already that my jetpack is charging. And is this, that's not taking too much of a hit, is it? Yeah, so jetpack is done. What, did I have anything else I needed doing? Yes, oh, that, but it won't go in the inventory. So I just put it on my hotbar and it'll get done. And that's it. So we can now run around. I have my free runners as well. So now I can run around, fly about as much as I want, and everything will be charged. Nice. So I also need to make sure that this is chunk loaded die. So can we do that in here? There we go. So that's actually quite a big area, isn't it? How many can I do? I can force load 25. So it's mainly my base, isn't it? Let's just do that, because most of what I want chunk loading is going to be over here. The sieving setup is over here, and the storage is at the minute, but I'm actually not going to use the drawers this time. Right, so let's talk about the drawers. I normally use drawers all of the time. Even when I'm using A2, I pretty much have everything in drawers, and then we can just use one channel to connect to a storage controller, and that's it, job done. But I've decided this time to actually go all in with A2 and just have everything in drives, which may sound a bit crazy, but there are lots of other options. Rather than just the normal storage cells, we can have these mega cells, which offer an absolute ton of storage solutions. We've got special ones for source and for chemicals, so that's ours and mechanism. But we also have the infinity cells as well, so these store infinite amounts of lava, water, cobblestone. I think it's an endstone one. Yeah, the recipes are a little bit crazy, but it's something we can work towards. And then you also get them for all of the dyes as well, and a lot of the stone options as well. We can just get infinite amounts of, so we don't need to generate these. So I think that'd be a really interesting thing to do. And I do like setting up A2 networks, usually controllers to start with lots of subnetworks. So that is what we're going to do now. We're going to do like another controllerless one with a few subnetworks over there to link up to all this storage, which I've already run the cable for, as we already saw. And I can craft up some drives and get everything out of these chests, can't I? And also out of the drawers, which, yeah, that might be a little bit crazy. But we also have the compacting cells as well. I can't remember what they're called now. Compacting something, or is it compression? Yeah, these things here. The mega bulk item storage cell, but we can partition it to take one item, and then we upgrade it with a compression card, and then it basically does the same thing that these do, but it'll go up to every level that it can. So for cobblestone, for example, it'll compress it to every single item, and then that is compatible with all of the auto crafting as well. So if you need compressed cobblestone for anything, it'll just be able to use it, so you don't need to have it in a storage drawer set out like this, which I've always liked this solution. I've always liked being able to store things in 3 different states and not have to have a recipe set up for those. which is why I use the storage drawers. But now that there is an option in here like this in using cells, I think it's definitely worth doing. So I'm going to give it a go. I might not like it. I might prefer the storage drawers, but this time, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a go. So I think first up, we need to craft up some things to get over there, don't we? So I don't just want to break everything yet. So should we just set it up completely separate for now? Because if I do it on here, what I'm thinking of doing is putting a storage bus on the back of here. And then I'm not going to use these. But then even if I do that, I can still use this one independently, okay? So yeah, let's do that. So let's do a storage bus. Let's get you. Add a crafting terminal. And I'm definitely going to get the auto crafting going very soon as well. And it's not even the two things that really annoy me with the crafting. The one that really gets me is the upgrades for the drawers. Even though I've just said I'm not going to be using them, they are quite handy for some things. And crafting the upgrades is so annoying. So I'm probably going to do that one first. So let's grab you. And then finally that. And the crafting terminal. Nice. Right, so let's just grab some glass cable. And get this set up. So we'll have you there. And I need to set this to high priority as well, die. So let's put that on there. And that is going to be, let's go highest priority for that. But again, these are going to go out like, so it is just for convenience for now. So let's come over here. And all of these cables are going to be blocked off as well, so I'm not going to see everything. So let's just come out here a little bit. We can have our 3 terminals over here. So I'm going to craft up the pattern provider and the pattern encoding terminal. So, right, it's no power because this network isn't powered, so we need to do that as well. Actually, I could use that power there, couldn't I? Because I've already got wired up. I was just going to do another one of these things, the resonance generators, but let's just do a energy acceptor, quartz glass and energy acceptor. All right, let's have that. So that way I can put that there like that, and now we can see everything that's in the drawers. So let's sort that by number of items descending. Right, okay, so we can't use that yet for the crafting of everything in the other ones, but what we can do now is set up the cells. So I think maybe we should do, should we do some also crafting first, because going through all the levels of these cells really bugs me. So let's just do this. Right, let's get some of these. One pattern provider. I don't know how many channels I've got on here, so we should probably do a network tool as well, shouldn't we? Let's do that and that. And this, the reason I've done this is so I can see how many channels I've got on here. So if you had a controller, this is what you'd see if you right click on it. But we're going controllers for now, so I can just click on any part of the network with the network tool and it'll tell me the same thing. And it also tells me the power usage as well, which is fine. Okay, so we've got our pattern provider and we've got enough channels. So let's just stick that on there. This is temporary. This is going to go over there very soon. So the next thing, I need the molecular assembler and more formation calls. Oh, crafting tables. Let's just do a load of them because they're going to get used. That and that. And with that, we can put that on there. And we can now put patterns into here and get things auto-crafted. So let's get some blank patterns. Load of you. Right, that should more than do it. So I need the pattern encoding terminal, don't I? So let's grab one of those. And then finally that. Right. So that one. I'll put that there. And then we can put these into here. And now we can set up some patterns. So what I want to do is the ones for the cells. So it's these things here. So these things on their own aren't too bad. That's the wrong one. So let's get you. And then we just encode that into this pattern here. And then what we can do with that is put that into here. And now if we want the 1K, we can just click on this. And we say how many we want. And it'll tell us if we've got enough and craft it. Which on its own, yeah, that's alright. But what is really powerful is if we want to do the 4K storage component and craft that, we would need to craft these first. So we need to craft 3 of them and then craft this. And what's even worse than that is if we're doing the 64K, we need to craft 3 of the 16K, which is 3 of the 4K, and those are 3 of the 1K. So it can get really annoying doing loads of these. But if we have this set up and we want the 64K, we just click on it and it knows how to craft everything it needs, and it'll go off and do all of those subcrafts for you, and it'll just give you the final result. So auto crafting, very powerful. We don't have space for many patterns in here, but that will be sorted very soon. So next one, I only want to go up to the 4Ks initially, as the restriction with A2 is you can only store 63 different items on each cell. So for the really big ones, you'd want to partition them if you want to hold lots of bulk stuff, which I'm going to have to do because I'm not using storage drawers anymore. So let's get the pattern for the 4K. Stick that in there. And for this, I want to do the cell housing as well. Or do I? Actually, Right, so 4K item storage cell. So now what I can do, if I come into here and get, say I want 10 of these, so that's 10 of the 4Ks. It doesn't know how to craft quartz glass, but it says it's going to craft 10 of these, and that means crafting 30 of these. So that's exactly right. And I've already got the processes in, I've got everything else. I just need to either craft 29 quartz glass, or I can add a pattern in so it knows how to do it itself. So we'll do that one, stick that in there. And now if I do the 4Ks again, and now say I want 10, click on there, and it says it has everything it needs. But the problem we have now is that we don't have any crafting CPUs available. So it can't craft this if it doesn't have somewhere to store the items and basically have some memory to craft it. So that's nice and simple. What we can do is if we just craft one of these. So a bit of manual crafting for now, but let's just craft 3 of those. I have to do it from here. Let us do that. And then I'll turn this into the 4K crafting storage. So firstly, craft a crafting unit. I'm saying crafting a lot. And then we'll also do a co-processor as well. So it's got do a few things at the same time. Let's grab that. Did I not do that? Oh no, because I just use it for that. Okay. Right, so 4K crafting storage. Done. Okay. So now, I just need to put these. This is very messy, isn't it? But it's alright, because it's moving. Put you there, and you there. Right, so that is now online. So now, let's try again with the 4K item storage cells. 10 of those. It's got everything, or it knows how to craft everything at least, and we have a crafting CPU. So click on start, and that will start putting things into there. So it's doing glass, the processors, and it's getting through that very quickly, isn't it? So we already have one of those in there, and we can also upgrade this as well. So we can put some acceleration cards in there, can't we? So I don't have many, but let's just stick those in. So that should go a little bit faster now. We'll go, yeah, 8, 9, and 10. So that is done now. So if we click on that, that is not doing anything now. All sorted. So let's use those cells, take those, but we need to have something to put them in, and that is a drive. So let's grab all the extended one, a normal one. So let's grab that, and we now have everything we need there to move everything out of here. So I'm thinking it should be enough to get rid of all this at least, and I'm going to leave everything in the storage drawers for now, even though they will be going. But let's go get this set up. Where we're going to put this. I don't actually know if I'm going to put them over here because I've got the cables everywhere. I could put them somewhere else. But as I'm probably going to be tinkering for a little bit, let's just stick you there. And I didn't get all of those, did I? Let's grab these. Right, so we now have a fair bit of space in there. So I can start moving things into here, guys. So let's just click everything that I can. That you can't move, which is slightly annoying, but it's alright. So I suppose I could just make use of my magnet, couldn't I? Break a couple of things. And see how quickly this thing fills up. Right, so that's got 51 different types on there, half full. That wasn't too bad. I'm actually feeling quite confident now. I might as well take that as well. And there's so much junk in here, isn't there? Alright, how's that doing? Right, so we've got 63 different types on there. And 50 on that one. So we're pretty much using 2 there, so that's pretty good. Right, yeah, that one's slightly different. Can we do this? This is probably... I didn't think it was going to let me break that. Right, so I'll get the rest of this moved across, and then we can get on with doing some gear upgrades. Okay, so I've got everything moved across now, and we definitely didn't fill this up, so very happy with that. Still got the netherite scraps coming through here. Absolute ton of these things, and this is what I want to put to use now. So I have already crafted up some netherite ingots, and you'll notice I've got some netherite leggings there, and I've just found these in my mob farm, just been to check on the armor, and that's what I already have. So what I want to do with this is upgrade this into AllTheModium. So this is what we need to do that. So let's just check how much of that we've got. We've got 84 blocks of it, so I can live with that, and that is just from sieving the nuggets, and we're getting a lot more now because of the netherite meshes, so I'm quite happy to spend this. So let's do that initially, I think, but then with that, it's cheaper to do it this way, isn't it? Just with the netherite ingots, and I don't know how many we're going to do, but let's go with you. Right, so 16 of them should be more than enough. Right, so let's firstly do these ones. Not you. What am I doing? In there. Right, so I'll need an AllTheModium ingot as well, right? Put that in there for you and you. And we now have AllTheModium leggings. And protection 4 and breaking 2, soulbound, that's not too bad, is it? So I'll take those off. Put those on there. And I'm going to do that with all these. So I'm going to need to craft some diamond armor and upgrade that into firstly netherite. and then into AllTheModium, but I can live with that. So let's go, what do we do? Boots, helmet, and then finally a chest plate. So you, and you. So like that. Those, and that. And now I've took that and that out. And we can finally upgrade these to AllTheModium. Nice. So we now have a full set. Let's put the boots on as well. I'm probably still going to take full damage with these, but let's try it. Actually, I didn't. Oh, I don't need my free runners anymore. If I don't take full damage in this set, I'm happy with that. Okay, so we should probably do some tools as well, shouldn't we? An AllTheModium sword and pickaxe would be nice. Again, we'll need to do diamond first. And pickaxe. Let's do netherite first. And the sword. And then if we go you, and you. Like that one. And then finally that. Nice. And I believe these are unbreakable as well. And they should be a lot faster than what I've been using. So I definitely need to get some enchantments on them. And the armor as well. But I think as far as not having many mobs around here, I don't think that's too bad, is it? We should probably do better in the nether as well. Ooh, wandering trader. What you got? Oh, look at that. Right, yeah, I've got to get that, haven't I? I should have upgraded that one. You know what? I might still do it. Right, so I need another diamond pickaxe. Let's take a couple of stacks of emeralds. I didn't even see what else he had. Right, you come here. We're having that. So fortune 4, efficiency 5, mending, boon of the earth as well. That turns normal stone into random ores, which is good. I don't think I need anything else in here, though, do I? I like you. Thank you. I really want an Apotheosis invader as well. I haven't seen another one. Right, so let's upgrade that pickaxe as well. I'll love that. Yeah, that is much better than what I had. That's crazy, actually. Very happy with that. So that one can go away. I can use that for crafting the atomic disassembler once I get this going. Okay, nice. Okay, I feel like we're getting somewhere now. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned as well. I forgot everything set up. I moved over this stuff as well. So I've got the crafting storage up here, and I've also got my pattern provider and my molecular assembler. I haven't put any more patterns in yet, but we're already up to 6 channels. So I'm going to need to do a sub network for the storage at some point, but I think that should do us for now. Right, so I've been working on a few things, but while I was doing this, I wanted to get this Apotheosis invader sorted. So I knocked out a few torches below me, and on the first night we had one spawn, but as you can see, it wasn't just that thing. They had tons of mobs surrounding it, so I did my best to attack it, but I had an enderman mad at me, creepers exploding everywhere. Was not easy. So as the Apotheosis invader was wearing a helmet, I thought I might as well sleep and get rid of as many mobs as I can. So I did that, but then that just meant all that was left was creepers. So it was very, very difficult to get it on its own to try and kill it, and I eventually ended up knocking it off the platform. And unfortunately, this doesn't count as a kill, so didn't get one there. But I stuck at it, and the next night there was another one. So I tried to be a little bit more tactical, but again, the mob was wearing a helmet. So I slept again, and this time tried to kill the mob slowly from the edge and get it to come towards me. And after not too long, I killed it, and that was that one ticked off, which means I could upgrade to the next level of the world for Apotheosis. So if you look at the detailed info for this, we now have a 1% chance of getting the flawless and slightly better chances of getting the normal and epic ones. Player augments, 55% experience and plus 30% luck, but again, the mobs are still a little bit harder. But that's alright, because we do actually want to go up to the next one as quick as possible as well, but this means killing the Wither, and then the last one, we need to kill an Ender Dragon. But we should have some of the rare stuff. So what I've been doing is going through here, and I've just been searching by material type. So I've been searching for all the leather armor, and as you can see, most of this is enchanted now, because I've been leaving the enchanted stuff, because we can actually take the enchantments off of these with an anvil and a piece of obsidian. So what I did with the osmium sword I had, I put it on top of this obsidian with a book and dropped the anvil on top of it. That removed the enchantment from the sword and put it onto this book. So I can now use this on here once I get it enchanted with some other stuff. So I've just been going through here, and I took all the leather armor out. I'll just show you how this works. So we'll just get the unenchanted ones, or anything that we don't want. Unbreaking 1, that's rubbish, isn't it? We'll keep the soulbound. Thorns 1, yeah, just grab a couple of bits. So in this salvaging table, we can just put these in here, and we do get the rarity materials, but we also get the stuff that the armor or weapon is made from as well. So if you just click on that, we get some leather and the mysterious scrap metal. So I have done list loads on the leather armor, and I have tons of leather over in my 82 system over there. So I've been doing this for, I've done most of the iron, and what else we got? I think the gold is the only one I need to do. There were about 5 pieces of diamond out. Actually, there's loads now. Oh, yeah, because I've upgraded to the next level of the world, I am going to get more of this now, aren't I? So, yeah, I've got a few bits of diamonds that we can do. And look, these are the epic level now as well. So, this is really good. I should probably get some of the rare stuff just to wear it, and then we can get up to the next level of that, can't we? Do we have any rare boots? I probably should have upgraded this stuff, actually, shouldn't I? Rather than just basic stuff. Because not only is it enchanted, it's also got the affixed abilities on it. Never mind. So, should we take this off? Put this on. And I just need a helmet, die. There we go. Take it on. That should be all of the rare stuff done now. Yeah, so I just need to kill a wither, and then we can go up to the next level. So that's really good. That's going well. So I'll stick that in there. And that'll give us a luminous crystal shard as well. So this is good. We're getting loads of stuff out of this. Now, this isn't the best way of doing it. We can pipe this out, but I'm really leaving it because I want to keep the enchantments. And again, there is a better way of doing that. We can use a enchantment extractor from Industrial Foregoing to get the enchantments automatically. But I don't have that at the minute, so I'm having to do this the manual way. Put those back on. I'm definitely going to need to... I think I am going to, between episodes, look for some better stuff than what I've got here and upgrade it to AllTheModium as well. I can put this on an ampersand, can't I? That'll be pretty. So let's just stick that in there for now. And with the gems as well, I've also been taking some of these out because we are getting some of the good stuff now. So where is it? Yeah, we've got some of the epic level. So I'd definitely like to put these on something if I can. But I've taken all of the cracked ones out and a lot of the chipped as well. And I've been putting those in here and turning it into gem dust. So we're getting through stuff. It's going well. But I think with that, we're going to have to leave it there. Got quite a bit of stuff done today. Got into a bit of Apotheosis. A slight upgrade to the A2 system. And I also now have AllTheModium armor and pickaxe and sword. So that's going well. So I'll leave it there. And we'll get into some even crazy stuff next time. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like. And subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.